What's up, folks? It's Parallax Abstraction, and welcome to Indie Showcase. I've got another puzzle game to show you guys today. And though this one's been out for a little while, I still wanted to do a video on it because it's got a very unique style to it and sort of a different style of mechanics. And as someone who doesn't tend to play a lot of puzzle games because, well, frankly, I'm not good at them, I found this very interesting and compelling, and it's something I wanted to show off. So this is the Pedestrian. It comes to us from a new developer called Skookum Arts. It came out back in January, so it's a few months old at time of recording. And it has been reasonably popular, but I did want to show it off a little bit here. So it's on PC, Mac, and Linux on Steam. It's $20 US, $22.79 Canadian. You can also buy the soundtrack, which is actually pretty good. And the nice thing is, it's got a demo. You don't see a lot of demos anymore. So, you know, if you don't necessarily want to take my word for it on this, you can go in and give it a shot yourself, which is nice. And unfortunately, I had a really good plan here to show you guys the mechanics of this by basically pre-solving one of the more complicated puzzles to demonstrate how the mechanics of this work. But OBS being what it is, it screwed up the recording of that video, so I wasn't able to do that. And one of the faults of this game is that it doesn't allow multiple save slots, and it doesn't allow you to go back to puzzles you previously solved. So I can't do that solution again for you guys, which is kind of a bummer. I don't really like it when games restrict you to only one save slot and sort of lock you into wherever you are at the present moment. I do kind of wish it didn't do that, but I can still give you an idea of how things work here. So I'm not too far into this. This game, people who are really good at puzzle games have beaten this game in about 3 to 4 hours. I'm terrible at them, so this would probably take me substantially longer. So you got to judge the value proposition there in terms of time based on how much you like puzzle games and how good you are at them. But this is the idea. So you see it's got a kind of a cool style. So you're this little stick dude, and you're trying to get through... so I'm at sort of a midpoint here where you see you have multiple puzzles that you can solve. I've already solved 2 of them. And it sort of shows you that, and then you can sort of go around them. But your idea here, you see it's got this really cool background as well, and this changes depending on the stage that you're in. You're a little stick guy, and your goal is basically to get from the beginning of one level to the other, overcoming obstacles along the way. And the way you do that is with these little different sort of flashcards here. These are different parts of the environment, and you can move all these around. You can manipulate them however you want, and what you have to do is link them together via these nodes. So only similar objects can be linked together. So a door has to go to a door, a ladder to a ladder, etc., etc. And what you want to do is draw yourself out a path that will get you to the objectives that you want and to get out. So in this level, you see we have to get this key, which will eventually unlock this door here, which leads us to this item, which gets us back out to that main hub area where we're trying to solve the sort of overall 3-part puzzle. Now, what's interesting about this is that you don't have to lay these cards out in the way that they're going to progress. So you can cross the streams. So for example... like, let's say I drew that line there, and then I want to connect this ladder here to this one up here. See, you can do that, and the streams can cross, and the things can go in all kinds of weird, weird orders. Okay, that one's not going to work because they're not the same object. But you can have all of these weird things that go together, and you can arrange these however your brain works. So if you really need the cards laid out so that you can see A to B to C to D to E to get yourself to the end, you can do that. If you want to create this massive spider web of a thing that, looks like a nightmare, but you can figure out how to progress through that, you can do that too. And I like that because it's a puzzle game that's kind of designed for multiple types of brains, if that makes any sense, in terms of being able to structure stuff together. Now, so you switch in and out of this mode. I'm playing with a controller, but you can play with a keyboard and mouse just fine. So you switch in between basically edit mode and then running mode. Now you're going to see here, if I go through this door, that the line turns to a dash line. And the door has the little dashes on it. So you can change the endpoints or the connecting points like this of anywhere you have not already been without causing a problem. If you try to manipulate a path, basically to cheese it, right? If you try to manipulate a path that you've already taken, see it's blinking, it resets. And it does that, obviously, to prevent you from cheesing your way through the levels to just manipulating everything exactly the way that you want it in order to do that. But it does allow you to edit stuff that you haven't been through, which is nice. Now, the flip side of that, though, is that's not always going to help you, because sometimes you can sort of soft lock yourself early enough that no matter how you manipulate things later on, it's just never going to work, right? So you've got to... You do have to still think about stuff a lot. Like, for example, there, I know I screwed that up because I didn't want to go straight to get the key. What I actually need to do is put in this thing like this, which gets me through here, which lets me do this. And you'll see in the edit mode here, things that manipulate other things have that sort of line. So it makes it very clear to you how that's going to work. So I've now turned on that elevator, which lifts it up high like that to another ladder. Okay. So now we've got to figure out how we get over there. So probably the best way to do that is, that's not going to work like that. So, and you see, you've got to think through this. And again, this is where the fact that this is where I really wish that old recording hadn't been trashed, because this is sort of showing you how I'm not particularly good at puzzle games, because I will figure this out, but it's going to take a while for me to be able to get it properly. So you see here, there's two different ladder points here that I can connect. So I can do that one, for example. But what is that going to do for me? Well, if I go through here and I go up here, this is going to get me this box. And you see you can push boxes around, right? And push them around. Now I can jump up to this point that I previously couldn't. Okay, so that's helpful. So what do we do then? So then we can put this door here if we want. So you can't just put one... I kind of wish you could do this. You can't just overlap 2 points like that in a card beside each other and have it draw the line. It still won't walk through. You've got to actually physically pull the line out. So we can pick that up. And now... Funny enough, the original puzzle I did, which was the first one of the three for this sort of three-parter, was actually a real mind-bender. The second one that I did in that same video that was trashed was actually really easy. This one, however, is sort of in between, I think. Now, so you see we can go through here. Now, the problem is, you see that goes over there. We're not going to get to that fast enough. Oh, or will we? Oh, we will. Or, wait. Did I actually flip it? Oh, well. I thought I was all clever. There. So we're going to go, yeah, you see? So now we got a problem here that, oh, this one, okay. Sometimes these elevators move up and down. Sometimes they just move statically. So there we go. Okay, cool, we did it. I'm a puzzle mang. So you see, that unlocks the door. We pick up this thing. See, and I love how it pulls you, you know, how the environment moves. Everything as you move through, you'll notice the camera has this very slow, purposeful sway to it. I really like the way that works. I think that's very cool. So you see here, we're putting these here. Now, I don't know anything about this puzzle. Now, there's also this box that we grabbed. Now, we can't pull that down, though, so I'm not 100% sure here. And you see, listening to this as well, this game has a very sort of chill soundtrack to it. Like, I really just enjoy how this whole thing works. I think it's very cool. Now you see... Oh, right, and I already picked up this little battery thing, too. And this is telling me, I guess... what side I'm putting it on. Okay. That blinked, which I assume is a good thing. I don't know what I do with this, though. Do I put this here? Because it's a circuit. Ah! Oh, would you look at this? Hey! Check that out. Puzzle mang! Look at that. I shouldn't have come down here. Achievement unlocked. Alright. This is probably going to switch us to a different environment now. Oh, maybe not. Whoa, hey, hi. That's cool. Okay, so now I think I know what I have to do here. Which is push this down. And then pull this over here. Boink. Boink. And then Pull that, nya. Check it. Yeah. All right. Now we're driving a subway, apparently. I ain't even know. Oh. Oh, 199. Okay. I see the thing there. Wow, is that how subways work? Easiest job ever. I assume this is loading. This is all news to me, so... And check it out. Whole new environment. So, you can see why I find this so charming. Okay, now there's... Also, this game has very cute death. Observe. It's not graphic, you just turn into a little ink splotch and that's that. But I really love these background environments. Like, they're actually really gorgeous. Now, this is just showing a little transition thing, so this is obviously not puzzles that we're working on right now. Okay, so now we're back to something we have to manipulate, I think. Oh, and this looks like a completely different thing. Because I can't link these together. So, yeah. Oh, it's overlaying two cards. Look at that. Oh, isn't that cool? I need to get back so I can... What does that say? So I can write this down. Okay. Also, guys, if you are seeing some frame stutters in this, I do apologize. OBS seems to really be having a tantrum today. And it's showing me that it's dropping some frames in the recording. That is my recording. That is not the game. The game runs... So the game runs buttery smooth for me. You know, it's a Unity game, and Unity games do on occasion have some issues with optimization, but this game runs very well. That's not that's not the game's fault. That's OBS's fault. Screen capture software is the bane of most YouTubers' existence, as any of them will tell you. So, you're getting an idea here, right? Like, I don't want to solve too many of these puzzles for you in case this is something that interests you and you would like to work on it, right? But, like, check this out, right? So, most of the levels you can move the cards around, but you're going to see in this level, I can't, and the reason for that is that they're bolted to the wall. So, you see, everything in this has an interesting environmental context to it and how it works. So, what it obviously wants me to do here is I need to figure out the way to link these three sets of doors together in a way that makes sense. I don't know what that is, so I'm just gonna mess around here. Now this one, I'm not sure why it said I couldn't link these ones. Actually, I don't know why I couldn't link that one. But okay, so here we go. We can link that, we can link that, we can link that. Now that's probably not right, but in fact, it definitely isn't right. So, we'll do this, and this will reset things. And we have to try it again. And I've found so far that the puzzles in each new environment start relatively tame, and then they ramp up. So, it eases you into things. It doesn't throw you in the deep end of the pool straight away, which I can very much appreciate. Now, you see, that's not going to work either because now, however, I can go down here and then hit that. And that should, yep, boingy, boingy, boingy. And then, because I haven't been here yet, we can do that. And then we go, nya. And that allows me to do this. Boing. And away we go. So you see what I mean? So, yeah, I really, really enjoy this. I might sit down and try to finish this, actually. Like I said, I'm not... Oh, hi. Oh, wow, this got interesting. Like I said, I am not good at puzzle games. I tend to get frustrated at them very easy. I know people who are good at puzzle games who have said that this one is not particularly mind-bending to someone who is good at them. So that may very well be the case, and it may not be that big a deal. Also, this little power management thing is a Game Boy, and that is the most adorable thing ever. I just had to point that out. So, yeah, so I think, you know, if you're a puzzle game person, you really should try this, because it's unique, and it's different, and it's really cool. I love the style of this. I love the work that they put into these environments. Like, look at this. This stuff behind me, it's just background. They didn't have to go into this level of detail with it to be effective, and yet they still did. And it's really, really impressive what they did. See, and it zooms you to this. Just the way everything interconnects together and the way the camera moves between them, it's all very seamless and very, very slick. For a rookie studio, this is a very impressive first effort. And at least based on the Steam reviews, it seems to have done okay for them. I definitely hope it has. But I've been enjoying it a lot. The only real complaints I have with it are the fact that you can't have multiple save slots, and all you can do is start off exactly where you were. So you cannot go back and like go back to a previous puzzle that you played or anything like that. You start off and you're gonna keep going to exactly where you are, and there's no flexibility in that, which does kind of bum me out. But it does play great with a keyboard or a controller, and it supports high resolutions, multiple detail levels, so you could turn this down if you needed it to run on a lower end machine. It scales quite well. Like, they seem to have generally really taken care for that stuff, which I really appreciate. So, like I said, it does have a demo. So the demo is only for Windows, which is kind of strange, even though the game is for PC, Mac, and Linux. But nonetheless, that's there, and you can pick up the soundtrack for only $5 US, which is a good deal if you like that. It's a nice chill soundtrack, might make for some good background music. So, yeah, that's the Pedestrian by Skookum Arts. It is very interesting. I would imagine that this will come to consoles eventually. If it's not on them already, I should have checked that out. But I'll put a title here if it is on consoles. But yeah, this would be good on just about any of the major consoles, and you know, I don't showcase puzzle games too often because, like I said, I suck at them. But showing off one that is different and has some different mechanics in it, I think is worth it, because it's this can be a hard genre to really innovate in sometimes, and these guys definitely did it. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did enjoy what you saw here, please consider dropping a like on the video, hit that subscribe button, and hit the bell so you get instant notifications on future indie showcases and other videos when they go live. And share word around, and definitely let me know what you think about this. You know, leave a comment below. Do you think this is a game that would interest you, both as a fan of puzzle games, or if you're not a fan of puzzle games, do you think this is one you might want to try? I've been told this is about 3 to 4 hours long if you're decent at puzzle games, which probably means 8 to 9 in my case. But, you know. All right, well, thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you on the next episode of Indie Showcase. You guys have yourselves a good one. Take it easy.